Hey guys, welcome back. We are heading into episode 8 and I am excited to get into this. Episode 7 was such a big success. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. So many of you chimed in, so many new subscribers. Absolutely amazing. But with all that being said, we're going to dive into what is Bigfoot? Who is Bigfoot? Where did he come from? All in this short little video. So we may not be covering everything, but we're going to cover a good chunk. And also remember, I am not an expert on this field. I am just someone that is very intrigued by the unknown, the weird, and the unseen. So join me, sit back, relax, and let's dive into it. For decades, people have claimed to see a massive hair-covered creature lurking deep in the forests of North America. Some say it's a missing link, others believe it's something not from this world. But tonight, we're asking the real question: what is Bigfoot, and what is the truth behind the legend? Now, we all gotta accept that a lot of what we are going to talk about in this episode, a lot of it's not confirmed, not verified, but there are people that have seen stuff. There are people that claim that they have seen Bigfoot, and there's no other explanation for what they've seen, heard, witnessed, the whole 9 yards. So for those out there that don't believe, take it with a grain of salt. Open your mind a little bit, because we're not the only ones that inhabit this earth, and I strongly believe there is more out there than just us and the creatures we know about. Despite thousands of sightings, footprints, and blurry videos, there has never been a single piece of verified physical evidence proving Bigfoot exists. No confirmed bones, no bodies, no fossils, and no DNA belonging to any unknown primate. And in fact, every single sample turned out to belong to known animals, including bears, wolves, cows, horses, and even dogs. 2 Himalayan samples were initially intriguing, but even those were ultimately linked to an ancient polar bear DNA, not a mysterious humanoid creature. This wasn't the first time science weighed in. Back in the 1970s, the FBI analyzed hair samples submitted by Bigfoot researcher Peter Bryan. After laboratory testing, the FBI concluded that the hairs came from the deer family, not from any unknown or undiscovered primate species. From a scientific standpoint, a large primate surviving undetected in North America for centuries would be extremely unlikely, but that doesn't mean people aren't seeing something. Now, so the thing is, from a lot of stuff I've read, a lot of videos I've watched, even on TV, the Bigfoot shows, and what you guys have initially seen, it's hard. People claim or say that it might have been a bear standing on 2 legs. It might have been a figment of their imagination, people that have been in the woods all day, and just the mind starts playing tricks on you. But some of these encounters, some of these sightings, I feel like if I were to ever see one, as I said in my last video, it's not so much seeing is believing. There is an immense feeling of fear of something watching. People claim that it feels like it's out there, it's intelligent enough to do what it's doing. Others have claimed weird tree formations, and by that I mean trees completely uprooted out of the ground and turned upside down. All right, so there are stories of Bigfoot claiming to be coexisting with Native Americans. Native Americans saw the Bigfoot as a spiritual entity. There is no solid evidence that they actually coexisted, but there are stories that they saw this creature as something spiritual. Long before the name Bigfoot ever existed, Native American tribes told stories of powerful beings that lived in the woods. The Salish spoke of Sasquatch. Other tribes described creatures known as Skookum, Bogs, or Dranashqua. These beings were often described as human-like, but not human intelligent, reclusive, sometimes dangerous, and sometimes spiritual. But here's something that often gets misunderstood. These stories were not zoological reports. They were oral traditions, spiritual teachings, and warnings meant to explain the dangers of the wilderness. There's no evidence Native Americans hunted Bigfoot, traded with them, or even treated them as known animal species. So did Bigfoot live side by side with Native Americans? Culturally and mythologically, yes. Biologically, there's no solid proof to say that they did. For anyone watching, if you are a descendant of Native Americans, or if you are part of a tribe and you have anything to input on this, please let me know in the comments, or feel free to reach out to me personally, ghostcast87@gmail.com, or you can find my Discord link in the description and send me a message through there. So the Bigfoot we recognize today didn't fully emerge until the 1950s. Back in 1958, massive footprints were discovered near Bluff Creek, California. Newspapers picked up the story, and suddenly, Bigfoot had a name. Then came the famous 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film. To this day, it's debated endlessly. Some say it's real, others say it's a man in a suit, but one thing's for certain, after this moment, Bigfoot sightings exploded, and so did the hoaxes. Now, when I say it's not been verified real, it also hasn't been verified a complete hoax video either. So it's up for debate. No, it's not been definitely proven it's real or fake. It was what I'm saying. So until someone can prove that, that's one of the most, I guess, clear videos we have of a known Bigfoot. I like to say it's real. We've seen it everywhere. If you're interested in the Bigfoot theory and lore and legend as much as I am, you like to believe it's real, but it also leaves your mind open. To the real and to the hoax, you've got to have a complete open mind across the board entirely. Now, I have talked about, others have talked about that Bigfoot has gone into hiding, that Bigfoot is, hiding from the human race and doesn't want to be seen, and it does what it needs to do without being detected. It warns people to get the hell out of their area, but some believers often say Bigfoot went into hiding to avoid humans. They claim humans destroyed its habitat, Bigfoot became nocturnal, it learned to avoid us, but here's the problem. Large animals don't disappear without leaving evidence. They die, they leave bones, they leave DNA. No known primate species can completely avoid detection for hundreds of years. That idea that Bigfoot is hiding may exist mainly to explain why proof has never been found. So with Bigfoot hiding, and people have found caves, they have found tree forts, I guess you could say, that they claim were made by a large creature, primarily Bigfoot, but in the attempts to catch a Bigfoot or catch him on camera, it's never really been possible. So with all that being said about Bigfoot going into hiding, I'm pretty sure it's clear that he is hiding, and being out there, he's hide and seek master. So let me know your thoughts in the comments and we'll talk about it. So moving forward to the big one that combines two crazy theories, UFOs and Bigfoot. I honestly did not hear about this theory till years ago, honestly. And then looking into it, you put coincidences together, and things that happen in areas where UAPs or UFOs have been spotted, there's been activity of Bigfoot. And they say Bigfoot isn't just a cryptid, it's part of something much larger. The link between Bigfoot and UFOs, or what are now officially called UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenons, comes from theories suggesting both may share otherworldly origins, and supporters of this idea point to reports of the simultaneous sightings where witnesses claim to see strange lights or crafts in the sky. Around the same time, Bigfoot encounters occur. Now, how true that is, like I said, got to keep an open mind about all of this. You've got to really dive deep into it. I would really like to see firsthand experience of either UAPs or Bigfoot or both, or see UAPs happen, and then in that same instance, see or witness an encounter of a Bigfoot. Maybe they correlate with each other. I don't know for certain, but maybe one day we'll get to the bottom of it. So going forward, a little bit more about the Bigfoot and UFOs. Others describe glowing orbs, electromagnetic disturbances, or a sense of missing time near Bigfoot sightings, phenomenon more commonly associated with UFO encounters. Some theories go even farther, proposing that aliens may have created Bigfoot or even transported it to Earth, connecting these sightings as part of a larger, unexplained reality that exists beyond mainstream science. Researchers who support these ideas often note strong geographic overlaps, where areas known for Bigfoot sightings also report high levels of UFO activity. The explanations range widely from interdimensional beings to alien experiments to the idea that Bigfoot isn't a biological creature at all, but it's something more important. To be clear, that there is no scientific evidence confirming any connection between Bigfoot and UFOs. These theories remain speculative, built on patterns, personal experiences, and unanswered questions rather than physical proof. Still, the overlap keeps the mystery alive, and it pushes Bigfoot even further from folklore and deeper into the unknown. So that leaves so much more to the mind, so much more whys and what than, we got an answer. It leaves a lot for questioning. And will we ever get to the bottom of it? Will we ever get conclusive evidence, verified evidence? I don't know. Maybe one day Bigfoot will step out of the woods and be like, yo guys, what's up? Who knows? I don't even know if Bigfoot talks. But it's, so the big question that we kind of want to answer to is Bigfoot real? What are people seeing? And the most likely explanations that people can come up with is, like I said earlier, a bear standing on its two legs, or moose or elk. Now, I know you guys have seen the videos of a moose walking down a highway alongside cars. Those things are massive. And the reason why reports say they may be seeing a moose or elk is under shitty conditions, bad weather, lighting. It could be, sunset, it could be sunrise, the mist, the fog. There's what they're trying to say about the moose or elk is, in shitty conditions, it may look like something bigger, the shadow of it. There's not a clear picture of it. So, it could be a bear, could be a moose, could be an elk, or it just could be your mind playing tricks on you out in the woods. And when it starts getting dark, or when you've been out somewhere for hours on end, just like, easy way to put it, you think you see something out of the corner of your eye when you're sitting in your living room. Maybe there was something there. Maybe your house is haunted, but it's your mind playing tricks on you, as I said earlier, about, making patterns that aren't there, mirages, simple speaking, I guess. But your brain will find patterns, and then your eyes are gonna try to justify it. So before we close this out, big conclusion here. Why won't Bigfoot ever disappear? Even though we can't physically see him, we can't get a good photo, a good video of this creature, why won't he ever disappear? Simple answer. It's a mystery. It's dangerous. We're humans. We like to indulge in the dangerous and mysterious. We want to know if there's something out there. So we're going to keep searching for what that something is out there. It's all because the wilderness feels dangerous, and because deep down, we want to believe. We want to believe that there is something there. And I'm one of them. I definitely want to believe, and I definitely want to keep searching. And maybe one day, when life is right, when time is right, when money is right, I can actually venture out and stay in the woods. Go somewhere where it is known to have a Bigfoot. But all in all, whatever it may be, there's something watching us. Something out there, lurking, watching from the trees, keeping us on our toes. And maybe that thought alone is what is going to keep Bigfoot alive. So let me know your thoughts and comments down in the comments. You know what I mean. And once again, thanks for tuning in, watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll talk about it all. Until next time, guys, thank you again. I appreciate all the love, all the feedback, positive or negative. As always, my name is Ghost, and I'll see you next time. Later.